lads, welcome to On The Bench LFC. How are you all doing this evening? In this one today we will be talking about who is the better player, Ruben Neves or Jorginho. Why, you may ask, am I saying this? Well, obviously unless you've been living under a rock, there are transfer rumours that are out already for the summer, guys. So these two players are heavily linked with Liverpool, both centre defensive midfielders. So what I'm going to do at the beginning, we're going to have a little bit of a new layout. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Ruben Neves and Jorginho, because the reason I'm comparing these two guys is because my honest opinion is I don't feel that Liverpool are going to buy both of them. Right? I think that would be either one or the other if we do end up getting either of them, that is. Okay, that's my honest opinion. So I'm going to go over some key stats. Welcome to the stream though, guys. I see all you guys that have come in and stuff. I want you to put your views on them as well, lads. I want to get your honest opinions on them. Who do you think's better? Who would you prefer out of the two? Do you reckon that Liverpool will sign both? Do you reckon that we'll either get one or the other? The reason that I reckon we're only going to get one of them two guys is because you've got to remember that we've got Naby Keita coming in as well. Okay, so let me continue, shall we? But I want to say massive thank you to everyone for waiting on this channel, because this is my main channel with over 2,000 subscribers and you're all legends, every single one of you. Obviously I had a ban, that meant I couldn't live stream on this channel, and this is my first live stream. Tomorrow we've got the match, obviously 12:30 kickoff. I will be live streaming while the game is on, and I'm very excited to be doing so as well. So make sure to tune in tomorrow, guys. If you are interested in joining me while that game is on, we're going to have some phone-ins as well, some match reactions. That would be cool to get some of your guys' views on how the game's gone afterwards, maybe at half-time or whatever. If someone's available, then we might do that as well. Okay, and if you're a Liverpool supporter and you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, get involved, guys. Hit the subscribe button now. Join the LFC family that we've got on here, eh? And then we go there. Daz, where's my mod, bro? Leon, that will be because, mate, I've got to make all you guys mods that are mods on the other channel. It's because it's my main channel. This isn't On The Bench TV, is it, mate? This is On The Bench LFC. I will get round to it, but let me continue, because that way I can do all the main speak, lads, and then for anyone that wants to tune out for the laid back bit at the end where I start talking to all you lot, then they can do so. Yeah, right. So Ruben Neves. Let me start with Ruben Neves. Let's compare him. Let's have a look at some of his stats. Right, what we got. Ruben Neves, guys. 21 years old. So obviously he's the younger of the two. Jorginho is 26. So yep, he's definitely younger. So in that sense, if you're looking at how much money both players could cost, the investment for the future is probably, you're looking at Neves for that one. You know, he's in the Championship at the moment. He's playing for Wolves. You know, the Championship's probably closer to the Premiership, you know, a little bit more gritty, a little bit more, you know, get stuck in football. I'm not saying that Italy is not, but, you know, for me, the experience of playing in the Championship means that he could slot into the Premiership maybe a little bit more easier, but there's definitely more experience with Jorginho there, you know, obviously being 26 years old. But let's continue with Ruben Neves. His shirt number is 8, which interestingly so is Jorginho's. Defensive midfielder, which we know they both are anyway. Height is 180 centimetres. They're both the same height, I believe, anyway. And let's go down here. So this season, I believe he scored 6 goals. Has got 1 assist. And that's in 40 appearances, guys. That's 40 appearances overall. So he's had 1 appearance in an international friendly. Obviously he's Portuguese, so that's for Portugal. And then 39 appearances for Wolves in a Championship. So yep, 6 goals, 1 assist. He's been shown 11 yellow cards and 1 red card, which is interesting because people keep bringing up to me that apparently he's a little bit reckless. But like I said at the beginning, when I was talking about him, that experience being in the Championship, you've got to remember that Championship and his age as well, guys. You know, with experience, that will sort out a little bit, in my honest opinion, guys. Okay. What else have we got here? So, yep, got the red card there. He's had 3 man of the matches as well over the season, which is quite good. Then 6 goals as well. For anyone that hasn't watched these 6 goals, they all seem to be absolute bangers. He's definitely out of the two, being a holding midfielder, scoring 6 goals. You know, that's quite a good return, guys, to be honest. And yeah, the boy can bang, can't he? Like, he can hit him, you know. Right, so let's go over some of Ruben Neves' characteristics. So, strengths. Passing, very, very strong. Through balls, very, very strong as well. Long shots, very, very strong. Direct free kicks, it says he's strong at direct free kicks. Concentration levels, very strong. Ball interceptions, very strong. No, strong, sorry, that's only strong, not very strong. Weaknesses, discipline. So that was what I was saying. A lot of people were saying to me that follow him, follow the Championship. Obviously, they're saying he's a little bit reckless. But to be fair, if you're a reckless player, 1 red card. Naby Keita, everyone's saying this season, you know, getting reds and stuff. You know, I'm not really too bothered about a player that's only been shown 1 red card. I'm pretty sure that everyone loves Steven Gerrard. He got a few red cards in his time, didn't he? I'm guessing. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about that, guys. You know, 11 yellow cards. He's a holding midfielder. Your job is to tackle, you know. Ruben Neves' style of play. Now, this is interesting. This is something that I believe could be instrumental to what us guys are looking for, really. He likes to play long balls. Likes to shoot from distance. We know that. Yeah, he, like I say, his goals, they're absolutely outstanding that he scored at Wolves this year. Plays the ball off the ground often, so balls across the pitch in the air and that, guys. Lofted through balls, things like that. He's very good at them, and he likes to tackle. So, you know, his style of play is he likes to dig in, likes to get involved in the tackles, and he, you know, he's not afraid of setting up play with a long pass. He's got that in his attributes, guys. So that is pretty much what I've got in front of me here. And for anyone that wants to look that up for themselves, you can find it on whoscored.com. That's where I've got these stats from, guys. I've been told that it's quite a good website for things like that. So yeah, feel free to take a look yourselves. So that was Ruben Neves. We're going to head over to Jorginho. Like I said, Jorginho also, his height is 108 centimetres. 26 years old, so he's definitely the more experienced, playing in the international, plays for Italy as well, the international team, doesn't he? Because he's Italian, obviously. God, spit it out, Daryl. Shirt number was 8, wasn't it? He's also a defensive midfielder. We already know a bit about Jorginho, well, I do anyway. I definitely know more about Jorginho than what I do Neves without looking at stats, but we're getting to the stats now. So overall, he's had 33 appearances this season, guys. He scored 3 goals in all competitions, and he's got 4 assists. Right, so he's got 2 goals in the Serie A, and he's got 1 goal in UEFA Champions League as well. All 4 assists, though, came in the Serie A. He's been shown 5 yellow cards, so that's not bad, you know. He's had 33 appearances, and the 5 yellow cards came in the Serie A as well. As a holding midfielder, you know, 5 yellow cards, that shows that he's more disciplined, but then 26 years of age, that's what I was trying to say to you guys, you know, being a bit older, a bit more mature, that will come to someone like Neves. That definitely does come with age. Well, it should do anyway. So you're definitely seeing that with Jorginho there. He's definitely not someone that is reckless by the sounds of his stats anyway, especially not this year. He hasn't got any red cards as well. So again, as a holding midfielder. But something that I did say to you guys is, for me, just off Jorginho as a player that I have watched over the years, Jorginho isn't someone that I really think I look at as someone that likes to get stuck in with the tackles. He can tackle, but I don't consider him someone that gets stuck in. I consider him more of someone that will break up play, and then he can counter the ball. Like, you know, he turns play over very fast, Jorginho, and that's why I think Jorginho would be a good signing for Liverpool in general, because Jorginho would suit Klopp's style of that, win the ball back and attack really fast, transition from defence to attack. Jorginho does that very well. Neves would do that very well, like I say, with them long balls and that. He's not afraid to pick a pass out, and he does it very well as well, from what I can see, from what I've been told, and from the stats, you know, so that's quite good. Man of the match, none though this season, so you know, he's not getting man of the match. But what you've got to remember is you've got to look at the team that he's playing in as well. Obviously he plays for Napoli. It's a little bit different, isn't it, with the players that he's got in the team around him. You know, a little bit different of a level of team, guys. So just bear that one in mind when you try and judge the two there. Jorginho characteristics. Right, so passing, very strong. Through balls, very strong. Key passes, strong. Concentration level, strong. Ball interception, strong. Aerial duels, weak. So not very strong when it comes to, you know, winning the ball in the air, which for me, that is an area that I don't like. If I was to get a holding midfielder in, it's something that I've been saying for a long time now. Liverpool need a bit of an animal in there, especially losing Emre Can by the looks of it. You know, in the summer, he wasn't in the photos, was he, and stuff for the new kit and everything. So not as far as I could see anyway. So it does look like he's on his way out. I haven't seen anything on that, but I said that we need to get a bit of a lump in there. You know, you bring in Van Dijk and that to win balls in the air and everything, but I think in that area, I don't want to see someone that's not very good at winning balls in the air. Obviously, we got players like Ndidi in that link with us, which is apparently good in the air and stuff. So you got to bear that one in mind as well. But this is about Jorginho and Neves. So, you know, passing, we knew he was good at. Through balls, we know he's good at. Key passes, he's good at. Concentration levels, that's all a plus, guys. Ball interceptions, that's what I said. Instead of getting involved in tackles, he's more about breaking up plays than intercepting the ball, you know. So that pretty much sums up what I already knew about him. Jorginho's style of play, he likes to do layoffs, likes to play short passes, and likes to tackle. So interestingly, what they summarise him, he does like to tackle. Well, as for me, from what I've seen of him, you know, I very rarely see him make a harsh tackle, but maybe that's experience. Maybe, you know, intercepting the ball is more his thing. Maybe that's the experience, you know. So it's good. You look at Van Dijk, that's just signed for Liverpool, obviously. Van Dijk isn't really someone that goes to ground when he slide. He doesn't really slide, does he, to tackle, to win the ball back. He's more about staying on his feet. You know, you've got different types of players, guys. So, again, bear that one in mind. So, I've given you the stats. And again, if you want to look them up for yourself, lads, that is from whoscored.com. You can obviously check that out for yourselves. I was told that it's a very good website and I like what I see so far. So, definitely feel free to check that one out for yourself, lads. And for anyone that's obviously watching this back, if you're obviously not involved in it live, and you wanted to get involved in it, feel free to leave a comment. At this point, I will be going over to lads that are live in the live stream now, getting their views on it, and it'll be more laid back. I'll be answering their questions, you know. So if you just wanted to come in to find out what I thought and to get the stats, that will basically be that part covered now. But I hope that you liked and enjoyed that part of the video, guys, and definitely smash a thumbs up for that one. Like I say, leave a comment and let me know what you thought on it anyway. If you are going to tune out, lads, that'd be muchly appreciated. Right, who have we got in the buildings? We got Thomas Billings. He says boom, boom. You normally come in with a boom, but you come in with a boom this time. But I like it anyway, mate. LSM says Jorginho, since he's most likely to make the start in 11. Yes, LSM. How are you? How are you, Thomas? How are you, LSM? Ryan, no one will remember me. Well, guess what, Ryan? I remember you. How about that? How are you anyway, Ryan? LSM says Neves would be back up. Yep. If you watched older stream, you'll remember me. Yeah, Ferno, loving the intro. I'm glad you like it, Ferno, mate. How are you this evening, buddy? Ferno says, sorry for not making your stream at like 4. I was so tired after school and could barely do anything. It does not matter, Ferno. It does not matter at all, lads. Leon says, boom. You're right, Leon, mate. Ferno, I heard that Emre Can wants to come to United. Oh, well, it's up to him, innit, mate? He can pick and choose where he wants to go. It's none of our business, is it, really, once he leaves? But that's down to him. Faults Ryan, LSM, can't see that happening, Ferno. Blah, 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 you know. I don't know. I don't know whether he's going to go or not, innit, you know. Daz, where's the mod, bro? Oh, I saw that one, didn't I? Hold about. Let me just... I've got to make sure that I have got a couple of mods. I mean, I'll sort it all out for you guys later, alright, lads? Yeah, put in the chat, guys, what you lot think. Who you would pick if you had to choose one of them. That's the question. Which one would you pick, lads? If I had to pick out the two, I would pick Jorginho. For the experience, obviously, I think Neves is obviously a talent, and I think he's a quality player. His goal return is brilliant, especially for a centre defensive midfielder. You know, you can't argue with that. But for me personally, I think Liverpool are at a stage now where we're pushing for, you know, the Champions League this year, pushing for the Premier League hopefully next year, and for the Champions League again. And in the other cups and stuff. Like, we need to be competing, we need to be winning trophies again. So, you know, it's all well and good bringing in some youngsters here and there and bringing some youngsters up through the ranks. But I also think it's about time that Liverpool started bringing in players like the Van Dijks now, around that age, around Jorginho's age, 26, 27-year-olds, bringing them in as they're hitting their primes, you know, and getting the ready-made players as well. We need to get the balance right with that. So I think I agree with like what LSM was saying earlier. I think that if we was to sign Neves, then he would be a backup for someone else, you know. And like I say, I can't see us getting both in this summer, guys. That's my honest opinion there. Leon says, oh shit, yeah, sorry bro, sorry Daz, forgot. That's alright, mate. Oh, I just realised this is your main channel, lol. Yeah, mate, yeah. My main channel today, well, tonight, guys, my first live stream in like 4 months, because obviously I've got the band, didn't I? But tomorrow I'll be going live on it as well for the match. Any of you guys that's in here tonight going to be joining me for that one tomorrow? I can't wait to do it, actually, to be fair. It's been a long time since I've been able to go live for a game. Isn't he a winger? Apparently Ruben Neves is like Xavi Alonso. Ruben Neves, isn't he a winger? Who? Isn't who a winger, my friend? Tell me. I love both so much. Wolves have been promoted. Yes, mate. Yes, I have, Ryan. Yeah, he's a centre defensive midfielder. LSM Ruben Neves is a centre defensive midfielder. Who did I confuse him with? I don't know who you're confusing with, LSM. I was going to say, when you said isn't he a winger, I was thinking, who's he? Who's a winger? Because I was thinking, Neves isn't a winger, man. He scores bangers, he does, mate. He does. Probably Neves from Ajax, LSM. Could be, I guess. I'm a Man United fan, says Ryan. Yeah, I remember, mate. I remember you. Is that guy who broke the news reliable? He said that we will be in advanced talks with him in a couple of weeks. I don't know, man. I don't know what to believe at the moment. But obviously, these two names keep popping up quite a bit at the moment. So, like, for me, personally, I thought, you know, for my first live stream in a while, I thought I would literally put this one out there to compare the two, give you the key stats for them. Because I honestly don't think we will get both guys. I think we're only going to get one or the other. And then it's up to you guys to decide, really, who you would take. He said he would be a Liverpool player. Can't wait to see Grujic play for us. Yeah, guys, obviously you've got to remember about Grujic as well. Does Grujic come back into the fold next year for you guys? You know, does he go back out on loan again? Put that in the chat as well. And for anyone, obviously, that may have stayed around, that isn't able to join us live, let me know what you think as well. Leon, let me know, mate, if you want to do a call-in. If any of you guys want to do a call-in as well, you can obviously contact me via Skype on the Bench LFC. Get your say on Ruben Neves and Jorginho. Blue Tick's in the building. Hello, Blue Tick. How are you this evening, my friend? Welcome. Noy, you're right, Noy, mate. Welcome. Jorginho is levels, his passing is nuts, and he can shield the back four. Yes, Noy. I do like Jorginho, I must admit. Here we go. Leon's calling. Let's get him up. Hello, Leon. How are you, my friend?
Alright, Daz, how you doing?
Not bad, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah.
Sweet as. 2 seconds. Let me just make sure your sound levels is good. I just got to wait. Hang on. Got to wait till we hear. It's delayed.
I hope I don't sound like a mong.
Nah, you won't sound like a mong, mate. Don't worry about it. I think everyone worries about how they sound, but obviously, like, I'm used to it now, like, because of putting out videos every day and that. But it's all good. I hope everyone can hear you all right. Right. So, what's your views then, Leon? Who would you pick out of the two, buddy?
Right. In my opinion, I'd probably pick Neves.
Yep.
Because he has, like, he knows what he's doing to start. I know Jorginho's older than him, but he hasn't really had much chance to play in England, if you get what I mean.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think we'd have too much midfielders with Keita coming in. Yep. And in my opinion, I think I'd rather play Lallana, because I think he's literally like Jorginho, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's a really hard question, if I'm being honest with you.
So you reckon, like, maybe go for Neves because he could be like someone that maybe wouldn't want to be a starter straight away and play like Lallana if he's fit, hopefully next season, and Neves could get a bit of game time here and there and start to feature more in the future. Whereas Jorginho, if he comes in, is going to come in and like probably want to be like a starter, won't he? Surely. Yeah,
definitely, because it's like when we signed Coutinho as well, no one expected a lot from him. Yeah. But like if we were to sign Neves, you never know, because Klopp is a very tactical manager, so he could turn anyone into a legend, really.
Yeah, I definitely think. I think with either of the players, like I'm looking at both these two players here, Jorginho and Neves, they both definitely have got ability. Like, you know, when it comes to passing that, I think if both of these are genuine targets, which I can't see why they wouldn't be, with all the, you know, the rumours and that surrounding them, there's got to be something in the pipelines there, you know. There's no smoke without fire, isn't it? Like, that's the sort of thing that goes on. But I think if you're looking along them lines, then does that really start to show us what Klopp is kind of looking for now, in the sense of he's got Van Dijk, the defender that he really wanted. I think Naby Keita, he knows he's got coming in as well in the summer. That's another part of his plan, you know, part of Klopp's spine.
Yeah.
Now is he looking for that ball player that is a deep line ball player, because Neves is a centre defensive midfielder, so is Jorginho, but they're both defensive midfielders that can ping a ball across the pitch, you know. Jordan Henderson can do that, but he doesn't do it often enough, a lot of fans say.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, Jordan Henderson, every goal he scored has been, like, amazing, hasn't it? Have you seen all of the goals?
Yeah. So
as well...
Yeah, go on, mate, go on.
Go on. All right. As well, I think, because we're in a high stage of the Champions League, I reckon Klopp can sign anyone at the moment, because why wouldn't no one want to come to us? Like, we've got a lot at the moment as well.
Yeah. I think we're in a really, really strong position going into this summer transfer market to
definitely
kind of pick and choose. And that's why a video like this, you know, like, who is the better player for Liverpool to sign, Ruben Neves or Jorginho? I think if you go back even 2-3 seasons ago, I think it's not... I don't think I would have been sitting here doing a video, who is the better player for Liverpool to sign? I think it would have been, can Liverpool sign Ruben Neves or Jorginho?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's how far we've come since Klopps took over. You know, and I think that's something that I'm now seeing, and I think a lot of people was jumping on the back of Klopp and FSG and that. Even at the early stages of this season, people were still jumping on the backs of them, but we're starting to see what Klopp kind of had in the pipeline. I'm hoping that this carries on the progression, you know. I'm hoping that it's not that false dawn that us Liverpool fans kind of see towards the end of every season, where other fans go, you Liverpool supporters are always the same every year. You always go, it's our season next year. But I feel like we always get
me off when they say that.
But don't you agree though? It's because every year we get promised that in the summer we're going to spend 200 million. You know,
we never do.
Yeah, but we always start to do well towards the end of the season as well. We finish strong, don't we? And we always look like we can do something next year. But then in the summer, we lose our best player as we're bringing in a good player or something. So, you know, I think key this summer is sign like your Jorginho or Neves, or if Liverpool want both, sign both or whatever. But, you know, keep Mohamed Salah, get that contract sorted out, get Firmino's contract sorted out.
Yeah.
You know, there's other players like young Trent, outstanding. He's been in the Champions League.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, you know, sort him out. You know, there's other players, and that Robertson. You know, what a revelation Robertson has been. Yeah. You know, are Liverpool going to give Robertson a better contract? Surely.
Yeah, they definitely will. They definitely will.
Yeah, so, you know, like for you then, say this is about obviously Ruben Neves and Jorginho, holding midfielder, but if that's Klopp's next step, he's got the defender, he's got Naby Keita coming in, he signs a Neves or Jorginho. What do you think would be on Klopp's wish list next after that? Or do you think that would be Klopp going, I'm done now, that's my spine, I'm ready to go?
In my opinion, I probably think he'd probably go after a Coutinho kind of player.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean. Because, like, there's been loads of transfer rumours regarding Dybala.
Yeah.
And like I said a couple of streams ago with the Emre Can thing, Klopp was trying to do something with, like, not letting Emre Can go until we make a deal with Dybala.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I read on this newspaper article.
Yeah.
But, like, I just reckon we sign someone like him, because when the teams played Park the Bus, Coutinho always found a way through those defenders, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, so, I think that's probably the one thing, isn't it? Klopp said a lot about, obviously, us having to, you know, be patient when it comes to breaking them teams down and stuff, but there's only so much that you can do when it comes to being patient in them games, because you've only got 90 minutes or 96
Yeah.
minutes or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, so then it will come down to having someone like a Coutinho that's got that bit of spark, a bit of magic or whatever, you know. And there's links to certain players, like you say, you've got Dybala and that, and that's, I was going to do a video about that similar, because something that is really splitting and dividing Liverpool fans that I'm seeing online at the moment is some Liverpool fans saying Liverpool can't sign a player of Dybala's quality yet, and other Liverpool fans saying, of course we can, because we could win the Champions League this year.
We definitely can. We definitely can.
You are on the that's what I was going to ask you. Do you think that we can, or do you think we're still a little bit off that yet?
I think 100% we can sign anyone at the moment, but the thing is, we need money more than anything. Like, FSG aren't funding us enough money to make a better team, if you get what I mean. We've got a great team at the moment, but we need money.
Do you think then that it is FSG not funding Jurgen Klopp, or do you think it's Jurgen Klopp that is going, I want these players, if they're not available yet, then I don't need to go into a transfer market, I'll work with the players that I've got? Because that's something that I think Klopp is that type of manager that he will say to, like, people, no, I'll work with what I've got, I'll work with the youngsters or whatever, you know.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I agree with you there, because he didn't do that in Dortmund, did he? He had the players he had and he took them on, and look what he built. Yeah,
and you look like, you know, next year they're saying about, you know, Klopp's not going to be looking in the summer at bringing in a striker. Klopp's going to be looking very much at bringing Ryan Brewster up, you know.
Yeah, I've heard that as well,
So, you know, I think that if you look at Klopp's history, Klopp is a sort of manager that is very happy to work, and he said it in his own words, he's very happy to work with what he's got, if the right players aren't out there that he thinks can push his team forward. So, you know, we saw it with Van Dijk. We messed up royally, didn't we? We royally fucked up with him to begin with, but we ended up getting our man, Naby Keita. We did a deal that, you know, is something that we're not used to seeing. Like, you know, we've had to wait.
Yeah, no one expected us to get him, did they?
No, those are two players that Klopp obviously 500% wanted Liverpool to get. He obviously put them in a separate pot and said, those two players are my players, they're not going to anyone else. Whatever it costs, I want you to get them. And FSG have probably gone, right, okay, well, we need to look at the finance here. And Klopp's gone, get them players. I'm not worried about signing anyone else. Just get me them players. Do you know what I mean? And I'll work with whoever else for the next couple of transfer windows. Make sure you get them done, and I'll work with whatever. You know, I think that's the sort of thing that may have gone on behind closed doors. You know, it could have been completely different. It could be FSG being stingy or whatever. I don't know, but I just thought, you know, I started to think about it, and I thought, is FSG being the ones like going, we're not going to give you that money, or is it, you know, maybe it's Klopp going like the other way? You know, it's
probably a 50-50, isn't it?
Could well be, couldn't it? It could well be, because FSG, you know, they like it to think that, well, they thought it was like it is in America with like the baseball thing, didn't they? Like buy young, sell on, and things like that. You saw they tried to do that, but it doesn't always go that way, does it?
No, but the thing as well, do you know, with Jorginho and Ruben Neves?
Yeah.
Jorginho, Jorginho hasn't really proved himself. Well, the Serie A it's a big league, but it's boring football, and even Lucas has scored 3 goals in that league. And like, in my opinion, I don't really feel that attacking football in the Italian league is big compared to the defending. Yeah. If you get what I mean. So I just don't feel that Jorginho might suit our team, because even when he played England's football was too fast for him, and he was just running around like a headless chicken, didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah. So you're still a little bit unsure then if we was to sign.
Yeah.
I think the rumour is around 50 million that we'd pay, or we could get him for.
To be honest, that's not even that bad with the TV licence and everything out now.
That's what I was going to say. I don't know how true that is at the moment, but it was a figure that I saw about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I thought, you know, 50 million in today's market for a player that's hitting his prime is actually not too bad, really. You know, like
no.
I do get what you're saying about different leagues now, and that's what I was saying. Maybe with Neves having his, you know, playing for Wolves in a championship. Yes, it's a championship, but it's still
English football, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. And you know, when Liverpool send out their youngsters now, what do we like to do? We like to send them on loan to like the championship or whatever to get them that experience, because it kind of toughens them up a bit, doesn't it? You know.
Yeah, so I want to send Solanke out to the Championship as well.
Yeah, teach him how to be a hold-up player. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Right. Thank you for coming on the show, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure getting you on, buddy. Okay,
you too. Cheers. Thank you very much, Daz.
Thank you, dude.
See you.
Take care, mate.
Bye.
Oh. Right, so what did you guys make of, obviously, what Leon was talking about there? It was good to have Leon's views on the show. Did any of you guys agree with what Leon was saying, or do you guys disagree? Obviously, feel free to put it in the chat. If anyone else wants to get their views on the show, then feel free to contact me on Skype. Obviously, it's up the top there on the Bench LFC. You only have to contact me there, guys, and you can get in. I see that a lot of you are talking there. 420 Sesh, you're right, mate. He says Liverpool getting Dybala is deluded. Lol, you know, I definitely don't think that Liverpool are going to sign Dybala. That's my views on it. I think he's got his heart probably set on a Barcelona, Real Madrid. You know, it's you look at his nationality. They're the teams that they want to go to, and I don't think that Dybala level of player is out Liverpool's reach, to be honest with you. If we was to go on and win the Champions League this year, I think we're starting to hit that notch. But I think, you know, Leon said that we could definitely sign players of that quality. I still feel that we need to, you know, start to, if we get the Champions League again next year, then we can say, look, that's 2 seasons in a row we've done that. If we win the Champions League this year, we've got a real platform to start to say to players, this is what we're starting to achieve now. You know, it's really something to go along with having a quality manager that players seem to like to work with. You know, a lot of players speak highly of Klopp's managerial style and that. You can see from the outside that Klopp is obviously someone that the players seem to react well to as well. He seems like an alright bloke as well, doesn't he? Like, very humble and that. So, yeah, for me, you know, I think that we've really got to make sure that we get Champions League next year. And if we can win the Champions League, then I can't see why we can't be fishing in that sort of pond. But I don't personally think that Dybala or, you know, well, I'm just going to say Dybala on this one. I don't think Dybala will end up at Liverpool. And to be honest, would you guys, the question is, would you guys want to sign a Dybala? Because if he comes to Liverpool in 2 years' time, does he go to a Barcelona or whatever? You know, that's how I should put it, really. Ewing's in the building. He says, I'll choose Neves and slowly integrate him into the squad. Welcome to the stream, Ewan, mate. If you're still there, buddy, thank you for joining me. Yep, similar to what Leon was saying. He said he'd probably choose Neves. You know, not a starter. Hope Leon was saying that, you know, with Lallana coming back to full fitness hopefully next season. This season he's obviously been hit with torrid injuries. He would want Lallana to feature more. Obviously, if Jorginho was to come in, he'd want to be a star, or, you know, probably would be a star. Depends on it. Lallana last season was one of the first names on the team sheet, so it would make sense. Get the younger player, bed him in. You know, he could get some game time playing the cups. You know, if you do get injuries, you've got a quality player as Neves to come in. You know, it would make sense. I do get that, Ewan, mate. Mikey Garner, you're right, mate. He says, I think we miss players with the ability to shoot from long range. So Neves is a quality player. Obviously, 6 goals this season as a centre defensive midfielder is a quality return there. Our only players that can is Ox and Emre Can, but Can is leaving. Yep, I like Jorginho, but would he do any better than Hendo? I think Jorginho, you know, I think it would be hard to compare the two, Mikey, for me, because Jorginho plays in the Italian league, obviously, and Hendo in the Premier League. They're 2 different leagues. I think Leon, obviously, you know, having him on the show, he said Jorginho looked overrun when England played them, you know, which I got to admit, I wasn't overly impressed when I watched Jorginho against England. He didn't really see enough of the ball, but, you know, Italy's midfield was overrun, to be fair, in that game, from what I could see, so I didn't get to see much of him in that one. But, you know, Henson's playing in the Premier League, is very fast-paced. Would Jorginho be able to handle that? I think he's very comfortable on the ball. I think, you know, Liverpool like to dictate games quite a bit, so I think Jorginho would do a job in there. He's very comfortable, but would he do any better than Hendo? I wouldn't like to say at the moment, Mikey, mate, to be fair. I think it would be, you know, a 50-50, really, with that one. I definitely wouldn't like to say whether Jorginho would knock Hendo off of that spot at the moment, especially with the fact that Henson is our captain at the moment. So, yeah. That's my honest opinion on that one at the moment. You'd like to think that if Liverpool's going to a transfer market, spend 50 million on Jorginho, Klopp would obviously rate him more than what Klopp's already got, you know. Or that Jorginho would come in because Hendo suffers with injuries and that. Jorginho maybe comes in for obviously being able to switch out with Henderson and that, maybe, I don't know. TE says Jorginho for me entering his prime and won't be sold on to Real or Barca. Mendes, Neves, agents likes to move his clients around. So that's interesting there. You're saying about not going for Neves because obviously he's young. His agent likes to move his clients around and that. So there's a little bit of feedback there. Welcome to the stream, by the way, my friend. Obviously he's saying like about the agent and that. So that's interesting you say about that. And you know, again, touching on the point of Jorginho, obviously hitting his prime. It's about time Liverpool start to get players that are hitting their peak, hitting their prime, you know, and maybe not going for these young players that could be, you know, youngsters that are quality, could get to the top peak or whatever, you know, but might not as well. Corey Jackson, welcome to the stream, mate. He says, I'd rather have Jorginho because Wolves have just been promoted. Yep, next season, what do you think the starting midfield will be? Personally, as it stands at the moment, Corey, mate, I think Naby Keita definitely comes in because it's same as Van Dijk. Klopp wanted him desperately, in my opinion. So you've got Naby Keita there. I think sitting. You can have like Henderson, obviously at the moment, probably. And I would probably say Oxlade-Chamberlain at the moment, or Gini Wijnaldum. It would be a mix of them two. Probably, you know, Wijnaldum, I think he gives us something different. When Wijnaldum's on, we seem to counter more fluid for me, more quicker. Gini's very good at moving the ball and very fast. Little passes, you know, little 1-2s. He gets it going quick. Ox, slightly different. Ox is more about driving runs. He seems to pick the ball up and he runs diagonally with the ball, but he's very direct. He seems to get into that position well. We can see as well that he's starting to get the freedom. He was speaking after a game the other day, and saying that the manager's told him to get forwards more, try and help support the strikers, you know, get a shot off if you can, or find the right pass. So, you know, I think if Ox starts getting more goals in, I think we're going to see more of Ox next season as well. So at the moment, yeah, Naby Keita, maybe Henderson sitting, or if we sign a Neves, Jorginho, one of them sitting, and then an Ox, maybe Wijnaldum in there. But let me know what you guys think. SM Daz, I will go to a store for my inbuild mic tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Okay, mate, yeah, that'd be quality. SM. If I can get you to call in on the show, that'd be wicked. Remember, guys, if anyone wants to call in, feel free. On the bench LFC up the top. Just give it a buzz, lads, and we'll get you straight in. I'll come down to the bottom here. Callin says, all I'm saying is that I'm not bothered who we get and how much they cost. Klopp has a brilliant track record of signing players and we should trust him. Callin, welcome to the stream. Yes, I think that's the main thing. I think I've touched on it quite a lot on my channels, and that is that I think the main thing we need to remember is that you've got to trust Klopp. Whether, you know, I know there's certain people out there that like anti-FSG, you know, think that FSG are like not backing Klopp or whatever, but like I said, maybe Klopp saying, you know, I don't need this player, I don't need that player. These are the players that I want. If they're not available yet, then I'm willing to wait until another transfer window, like a few months down the line, get them then or whatever. You know, Klopp is a quality manager. Look what he's done with us so far. I think we're starting to see real progression now this season. Hopefully that continues into next year. You know, fingers crossed, and hopefully we can go on to win the Champions League this year. If Klopp brings that Champions League trophy home for us this year, every single person that was saying Klopp is crap, Klopp only plays one way, they're literally all going to just shrivel up, aren't they? You know, I guarantee they all delete their accounts, delete their messages and all that stuff. Like, you know what happens, you know the usual. But yeah, I think the main thing is trust your manager, trust what he thinks on things, because I don't think he's done us wrong yet, guys, does it? Because otherwise, I don't think Klopp would still be here, would he? You saw Brendan Rodgers was gone, wasn't he? And remember the time when people were saying Rodgers' track record was better than what Klopp was in the same period and that, but, you know, I don't think Rodgers would still be at the club now, would he? If it was the same time frame now. Mikey says, listen, our team is one hell of a team. We've been so good this season and can only see us getting better. We're not on the level as any of the big boys yet, i.e. Madrid, Barca, City, Juve. Even if we win, I've got to get to that bottom bit. Win the Ultimate Champions League, we haven't exactly played any top world-class team just yet, apart from Man City, and although we played well, the referee helped us through it. Oh, we haven't exactly played any top world-class teams yet just yet, apart from... Callian, Ferno, I agree with that also, but selling. Oh, you guys obviously talking to yourself. Ferno says, I want us to get Demarai Gray. He's literally Ronaldo. He's dribbling and build up, but his shooting lets him down. I want to see what Klopp could do with Demarai Gray. Obviously linked with us before, last couple of transfer windows. I've seen his name pop up here and there. Anyone else want to, would go with him? Obviously, something that a few of us lads have been saying recently on my other channel, on the Bench TV. We've been saying that obviously it wouldn't do us harm to get a backup winger that can play left and right wing for next season. Someone that's not going to come in that is going to want first team football, because let's face it, I think we're all pretty happy with Mo Salah and Mane on the wings. They've been pretty bloody good, haven't they, this year, the amount of goals that we've got and stuff. So yeah, a Demarai Gray sort of player. I can see where your head's at with that, Ferno. He's got something about him, and he's still young as well. Lot of talent there, and someone like Klopp could do more with him. But let me know your views on that, guys. Obviously, if you'd be interested or not. Harry Carlin, welcome to the stream, mate. I think get Neves, but play him second choice to Hendo. Then within a season or two, Neves would be a starter. Yep. So yeah, same sort of opinion as like what a couple of people have said already, Harry. Second choice to Hendo. Henderson, obviously, like I said, was saying earlier, he suffers a bit with injuries, doesn't he? We've seen that. Also, you can use him as a rest. If we're back in the Champions League again next year, which hopefully we are, we should be, touch wood, then we're going to have a lot of games. We should be competing in the cups as well next year, the other cups, because let's face it, pretty shit this year, wouldn't we, when it comes to the cups? We got kicked out early and stuff. So a lot of games. So Neves could get a lot of games next year, so it wouldn't be a bad shout going for the youngster. But I do get where people's heads are at when they're saying got to be Jorginho if you've got to pick out the two. Going into his prime, 26 years old, bit of a difference in experience there, but one plays in the Championship this year, so he's got experience with English football, and the other is playing in the Italian league, isn't it? But it is a difficult choice to make, guys. But the reason I'm putting the question to you lot is because if you actually think about it legitimately, how many of you guys, put in the chat now, how many of you guys actually think that Liverpool genuinely are going to sign Neves and Jorginho as on top of Naby Keita in the summer? I really don't think it will happen, lads. Callian, if we get Neves, Klopp could probably make him a star. Yeah, I reckon so, Callian, mate. I've got every faith that Klopp, could really turn Neves into something special. Obviously, 6 goal return for a centre defensive midfielder is bloody outstanding, isn't it, mate? And, he's obviously got the talent. He can pick a pass as well. Klopp is really good at honing in on certain aspects of players' games. And something that is interesting as well is Klopp may even be looking at Neves and going, is he really a holding midfielder? Because let's face it, he looked at Firmino and he was like, you're a striker, mate. You're not a midfielder. He's done that with a few players, hasn't he? You're this, you're not that. So is he looking at Neves and going, yeah, you're not a holding midfielder, you're a box-to-box, or I see you playing this role for Liverpool. I'm going to get him in because he could play this role and that role. Obviously, he's got a hell of a shot. Something that Klopp's probably looking at with Neves, because he can score screamers, and that is when we've got teams that sit back against us and park the bus, if you've got a player like Neves that is renowned and will be renowned next year for being able to score absolute bangers, sitting on your bench, you bring him in, with 20 minutes, and you say, lad, hit the ball, get it to Neves and let him bang it at goal. Just let him find a bit of room and just hit it. Let him have a few pops at goal. If you're not getting into the box anyway, what's the harm in having a player on the bench that can absolutely bang them? I don't think there's no harm whatsoever. Corey says we struggle with good defensive midfields. That's why we need someone like Jorginho. Yes, that's what I'm saying, Corey. For me, I'm looking at like a Wanyama for me, because I think that we need a solid, hard, defensive midfielder to really come in. Someone that will just sit there and just be an absolute rock. But, Jorginho is good, and so is Neves. But, they're the two players that are mainly linked with us for that role, aren't they? At the moment, Fatal. I'll sign both. You're right, Fatal, mate. So you would literally sign both. So you're not bothered either way. Which, to be fair, I don't think I'm too fussed either way. I think Klopp would do well with both of them. Neves is a younger one and that, but you know, he will do better with. He will do well with either of them, but I just don't think we're going to get both unless Klopp does see Neves for the future and goes, mate, he's going to be an absolute blinder. We sign him as well, and you know, we put him to the side but train him up. Or you know, is there going to be an option there that Liverpool sign him and loan him straight back? Could that be on the cards? Would him and his agent take that? I don't know whether they will, to be fair, but maybe we sign him and loan him straight out to another club. You don't know. Could be. I mean, that he doesn't score many goals. He has a good shot, but he doesn't do it constantly, Mikey. Right, Thomas Billings, we do spend. We have broken our transfer record 3 times this season, but it's the fact that it never comes out of their own pocket. They always have to sell for, by example, Coutinho. Yeah. Emre Can out and Cater out and Grujic in. Says Mikey. Toby, welcome to the stream, mate. Does anyone think Emre Can might actually sign a new contract with us? Nah, Toby, I think he's well gone, mate. I think he's well gone, buddy. Toby says, Ferno, Juvie seemed fed up with him and he's stalling on giving him a response. Yeah, I don't know whether he's burnt his bridges with Juvie, to be fair, but I think he's definitely gone from Liverpool. I think he could have burnt his bridges with Juvie, but he's, you know, I don't think Juventus will snub their nose up at Chan if Chan all of a sudden goes, look, I'm sorry, you know, like, I do want to come to you. Juventus go, alright, but get on the bench. Simple as that. Because let's face it, he will go on the bench, won't he? Yeah. Mike says, I'm not sure we're going to sign a midfielder. I've a feeling players like Grujic could be given a chance. Yeah, I think that's something to remember. We've got to remember that we've got Grujic coming back as well, lads, and Naby Keita coming in. Look, Mike's just put Emre Can out, Keita and Grujic in, isn't it? Yeah. Like, you know, Grujic has been working on the defensive side of his game, and he's been playing holding midfielder. Klopp specifically wanted him to play that role. So, could that be that we don't end up signing either of these players? It's something to bear in mind, lads. Something to bear in mind. If we win the Champions League, says Callan, I reckon Chan will stay. The only concern on why Chan doesn't want to sign is the buyout clause and his concern on him being first choice, which says a lot about our team, really. You know, I think if Emre Can's waiting to see if we win the Champions League before he signs a contract, I think Liverpool should win the Champions League and then turn around and say, see you later, Chan. Don't you think, Callan? I think I would. You know what I mean? I'd be like, all right then, on your bike. Like, we don't need you now. We're just going to buy someone that actually wants to play for Liverpool and don't want to mess us about because, you know, like you say, one of the reasons he wants to leave is because, well, rumour has it, is because he's not willing to fight for his first team position. You know, he wants guaranteed first team football. Well, that's not going to happen. That's only a rumour. We don't know that for definite. And, you know, the other rumour is about the buyout clause, like you say. But, you know, you can get the buyout clause thing unless it's a ridiculously low price and Liverpool are like, no. Which, then, of course, Liverpool shouldn't bow down to a player if they're like, I want a 50 million buyout clause. And Liverpool looking at Emre Can and going, in today's market, you're worth a lot more than that. You know, then I get that. But, yeah, if Chan has literally just like left it till this late, to wait and see if Liverpool win the Champions League before he signs again, you know, then to be honest, I don't think Jurgen Klopp would be happy with that because something that I've said before, like when I've said about Draxler coming in, I would love for Liverpool to like sign a Draxler or something like that, or Draxler, because a good talent, but Klopp wanted Draxler before, and Draxler turned us down, and he chose to go to PSG, and Klopp apparently had a private chat with Draxler, you know, and laid it on the line and tried to instill the project that he was trying to build at Liverpool and stuff, and you know, Draxler apparently didn't buy into it and was like no, and he chose to go to PSG. So I feel like maybe Draxler may have burnt his bridges with Klopp because Klopp is very much about players' mentality as well, you know. And if Emre Can is not willing to fight and doesn't want to be a part of a project and he's only willing to stay at Liverpool if they achieve something, similar to Coutinho. Look what everyone was saying about Coutinho. Coutinho is going to leave because he only wants to play for a club that wins the Champions League or whatever. Then a lot of people turned on him and was like, well, F off then, wouldn't it? You know, like, of course, players that are quality players, they want to win things. You know, that's understandable. We all want our team to win things and that, but, you know, you don't want them to mess the club around too much. You know, you'd expect an answer out of them. I'd have expected by now for Chan to have said something like, you know, he could have, maybe Liverpool do know, maybe he said to Liverpool, I'm not going to sign a new contract with you. Maybe we just haven't heard it yet, guys. Let's face it, like I say, you haven't seen him in the new kit release, have you? So I think that's a big sign there that he's not staying. I don't think Grujic will be a starter, says Fano. I don't think he will either, but he's got a lot of potential, old Grujic has. Who's that centre defensive midfielder from Crystal Palace that scored a penalty against us? He seems like a good defensive option. I'm trying to think what his name is now. I can't think what his name is, Corey, but yeah. Fatal says, Daz, what do you think of the idea of transforming Moreno into a left winger and signing another left back? I like it, Fatal. Was it you, Fatal, that brought this up before? It may have been you. Someone definitely did bring this up recently on one of the streams. I didn't get a chance to really talk about it, but I do like the idea of saying that if Moreno was to stay, we do need a backup there. Later on in the games, I don't see the harm in, training Moreno as a left winger, because he's alright going forwards. He actually gets in behind and he gets to the byline. He's fast, he's got a great left peg on him as well. You saw against Spurs that time. I think it was Spurs, wasn't it, where he run all the way and banged it in, great goal. But if Klopp actually started to train him to be a left winger instead of just a left back, he's not a great defender when it comes to being a great left back, but he wouldn't be bad as a shielding left winger, because he already knows what a left back's duty is to a certain degree, doesn't he? So, if you brought him on with half an hour left because you're 2-0 up, you bring him on for Mane and he comes on to help cover Robertson down the left back slot, which Robertson's an absolute animal anyway. It's not a bad shout at all, Fatal, to be honest, mate. Not a bad shout at all. Mike says, a perfect Klopp holding midfielder must be strong, fast, good in the air, have a good work rate and must be good on the ball. Yeah, I think so. I think, a lot of people talking about Ndidi recently, he's got a lot of the aspects there, like attributes, apart from being good on the ball from what I hear. He's not great when it comes to the passing, that everyone keeps saying. So, maybe, is Ndidi on Klopp's little iPad that he likes to, that he said he's got, an iPad with all the transfer targets on. Maybe Ndidi is on his list and Klopp is thinking, juggling it up at the moment. Is he looking at it like Neves, Jorginho, Ndidi? There'd be a few names on there, wouldn't there? And Klopp's probably looking at all their strengths and weaknesses and going, right, well, I like this about him, I like that about him. What's their weaknesses? Right, what do we think we can improve on each player? Right, let's take a chance with that one. Let's take a chance with that one. We can definitely improve that on him. He's the one that we're going to go for. Because we're definitely not going to go, we're going to have him and him and him, because it just ain't going to happen. Klopp doesn't do that. Klopp said it before when he first come in. Klopp's not a manager that goes into a transfer window, and wants to buy 7 players at one hit, because that way that doesn't benefit you either, because it's about making 2 or 3 big changes at one, like quality changes, but maintaining the project and the ethos and that momentum that you're gaining, which Liverpool are gaining that momentum again, aren't we? We was at that point before and we dropped it, but now we're starting to gain it again. Hopefully it carries us all the way to that 6th Champions League, Toby says, I do think we need a holding player, even if Grujic is selected to play there, just because I don't see him as a starter and not significantly better than Hendo, who plays that role now. Yeah. Harry says, do you think Emre could end up joining a Prem side? Well, he could, Harry. To be honest, he can do. There's nothing we can do about it. But do I think that Emre would? I'm not too sure. He's got... The players of today, Harry, they don't have the loyalty to that aspect. So, I can't see Emre going, Liverpool, I'm so passionate about Liverpool, I don't really want to join another Premier League team. So, if another Premier League team comes up with a moolah for him, gives him what he wants in a contract, promising first team football, whatever it is that's a stumbling block, I'm sure he would go to a Premier League team. But I'm pretty sure, if one of the big boys, Juventus or a big team in the Bundesliga or in Spain or whatever, coming for him, I reckon he goes there over just staying in the Premier League. He's stayed in the Premier League with Liverpool for a few years, hasn't he now? Go somewhere else, win something somewhere else maybe. I don't know though. It is a good question, but like I say, it really is out of our hands, isn't it? He can pick and choose wherever he wants to go, but I just hope that we don't see him play for another Premier League rival, because that will grip me. But come the end of the day, if he does that, then it just shows his true colours, really, doesn't it? But like I say, I don't expect any different really in today's game, like with the players, because it's not like it used to be. They don't have the loyalty to the fans and to the club anymore, do they? Callin says, we haven't even discussed the fact that Gini has been playing a defensive midfield role his last few games. So maybe that's Klopp's plan on a defensive midfield role. Save the money on buying another centre-back and cover for the wingers. Yes, Callin. It is something that people need to bear in mind as well, Callin. I brought it up absolutely like months ago. Gini, do you remember, Callin? Gini got played as a centre-back. And I said, just before Gini got played as a centre-back, Klopp was experimenting, putting Gini next to the other holding midfielder. He kept dropping him deep, and I was like, he is training him defensively. And whether that was to improve his box-to-box game, you know, to improve his overall game, I didn't know whether it was that or whether it was to make Gini a holding midfielder, because let's face it, Gini's very comfortable on the ball. You know, like I say, he definitely gives us something good when it comes to the counter-attack, because he's very good with them little 1-2 passes and it makes it go quick. The link-up play I've noticed between him and Van Dijk when he sits in a holding role, you can see the communication's good there, you know, same nationality and that. It looks very comfortable, like you can tell that they like the passing to each other and that. So yeah, it could well be that, you know, Klopp's doing that, or is Klopp just maybe looking at the whole situation and it's like, at the moment, you know, with injury worries and stuff, Klopp may be thinking, right, Gini has played a few defensive areas this season. Let's put him there at the moment. Let's keep training him there, or he can do that role for us this game because we need it. You know, I don't know. I don't know where Klopp's head is at with it. I think we should have the money in the summer to go in and actually get it, because I hope that Klopp's not naive in the sense that, you know, he thinks that he can just keep taking like other players and going, oh, that would do, because I don't think that is Klopp. I think Klopp knows that there will be money there, because let's face it, Liverpool, just for getting in the semi-finals in the Champions League, have already earned 57 million, so that will help obviously go towards contracts and stuff that we need to tie players up with, and also 57 million, you know, can definitely get you a strong holding midfielder, or can go towards it, can't it? Inferno, big black brick wall. Laugh myself. Callum, we don't need him. Inferno Fatal says, so many great players will want to come to Liverpool with us doing so well in the Ultimate Champions League. So excited for the transfer window. Yeah, hope so, man. Hope so. We've been in a similar situation before, you know, but I feel like, you know, with our manager, with, you know, keeping hold of Salah, Firmino and that, like, we've got some really, you know, the most expensive centre-back in the world, guys, also plays for Liverpool and stuff, like it's just the whole thing, you know, everything's good, like Anfield's being extended, the training facilities and that, like the plans, everything seems to all be like falling into place finally, and it's all part of that project that everyone was talking about, you know, that we just have to wait for, but like, I don't think everyone was looking at that, the bigger picture, or we just didn't see it yet, did we? But now we're starting to see parts of it. Hopefully we carry on seeing the rest of it, and hopefully we do actually see it all. So yeah, I'm excited as well, mate, to be honest. Gini could do a job at right back also. Kelly, can you imagine Gini just like playing everywhere on the pitch? Gini for goalkeeper, solid. Well, I think it was us and Arsenal. He said he'd want to. I think I missed something there, mate. Alberto Moretti. Corey, I thought Decor from Watford wanted to join. Someone else, Corey, said about Decor the other day. I don't know whether it was fully true that he wanted to join us, or, you know, I think there was something about it. He did mention Liverpool, but I know that people was talking about him the other day, saying, "Oh yeah, we should sign him." What do you guys make of that? Would you sign Decor or whatever? Do you think he's a backup? or what's your views on him? Toby says, how would you prioritise our transfer window targets in terms of what positions need sorting first? That's a good question, Toby. Right, so straight away, I think we need to get a centre back, mate, to be honest, because if you look at the injuries, like, I didn't think a few months ago that I'd be saying this, but when Lovren come off in that game, and I thought that we could be missing Lovren for the Roma games, it showed that, you know, we need to make sure we got a quality centre back in. Whether Lovren ends up being consistent finally, you know, and ends up being the partner with Van Dijk, or whether we do get in another quality centre back that will be Van Dijk's partner, I'm not bothered. But if, touch wood, it doesn't happen, but if we get an injury to Van Dijk, everything goes to shit again, probably. You know, I'm not saying that Van Dijk is the be all and end all of Liverpool's great form all of a sudden defensively, but he's, you know, he's definitely a major factor in how good we've started to be defensively, isn't he? So yeah, I think a centre back wouldn't go amiss. Holding midfielder, I've been saying it for ages, we need a specialist holding midfielder, because we need someone to break up play, and we need an animal as well, someone that just is we need more defensive minded players, because I feel that Liverpool have got a team of attacking minded players. We need some defensive minded players, don't we, guys? Let's face it, too many attacking minded players. We need some players that in a game where we need to be able to be a bit more defensive, that's where we need to be a bit smarter. We need some more defensive minded players. So yeah, holding midfield, centre back, definitely a backup winger as well. They're the main key areas for me. And then, you know, luxury would be like a goalkeeper, depending on Mignolet. If Mignolet goes, we don't know whether Mignolet's going. Mikey says Nathan Ake there, or Ake, however you say his name. He had a good game against Salah, I've got to admit. I think Salah, you know, we know how dangerous Salah is, and let's face it, he did alright, didn't he, against him. I'd love Alisson, says Callum. I would love Alisson as well, mate. I would have loved to have signed Alisson in the summer. I don't think it's going to happen now, because I think Klopp's content with Karius for another season at least, to give him a run. But yeah, I would literally love to sign someone like Alisson or whatever. Kilted said, Genie is a new Milner's, but with a better smile. Yeah. Do you know, I absolutely love Genie and that smile and that, but have you noticed when he talks, he like whistles, like through his teeth or whatever? It's something that I noticed in his interviews, and I'm like, oh, like, just, I don't know. It's cool, but it does, like, it's one of them things. It's like when someone scratches on a chalkboard or whatever. Oh, freaking voice to text doesn't understand my accident. I'm guessing that was accent, but it makes sense that it doesn't make sense, you know. Callum says another centre back is crucial with Lovren and Matip's injuries. Yeah, Matip out till the end of the season. Matip hasn't really performed to the levels that he was last year, you know. So I agree, over for the wingers and Bobby cover, I'm guessing that is, than a midfielder. I don't think we need a new goalkeeper, but I wouldn't be surprised if we go and buy one. Yeah, I think, Callum, if Mignolet goes, then obviously you'll see like a goalkeeper in the form of like a Jack Butland or a Pope or something, is my personal opinion, that we'd target a goalkeeper along them lines to come in and compete with Karius. But they'd be told Karius is number one at the moment, and it's your job to try and knock him off that spot, if that makes sense. So as says, Ings is starting tomorrow with Mane and Salah. Guarantee he will score, because this time he is playing with Salah instead of Slanky, and he won't be pushed out to the right last time. I'd love to see Ingsy get some goals, Thomas, mate. Be absolutely brilliant, wouldn't it? It would be absolutely fantastic to see him get back on the score sheet. Ingsy's worked so hard to get back. It would be top draw to see him actually get on the score sheet, and that towards the end of the season, you know, build that confidence up ready for next year, because Brewster will be brought forwards, like we know. Starting to get a few more games, but Ingsy staying back with Liverpool will be good as well. Like I say, if anyone wants to call into the show, let me know. I will take another caller before I end the stream. Get Van Dijk's Dutch teammate, De Vrij. I think we need De Vrij, mate. Clever bit of business there, guys. De Vrij on a free to go with Van Dijk. That sounds nifty. What do you think about that one, guys? Mike says Nathan Ake, wasn't it? That was where I was there. See, this is how my stream is jumping these days, guys. 1 minute I'm reading a comment down here, next minute I'm reading it up there, and then I end up coming back over the same comments. I bet you all expected me to say De Vrij. Oh God, Mikey, you really threw me there, see? Toby says, do you think Klopp trusts Karius enough not to buy a keeper? I think Klopp trusts Karius to be #1 goalkeeper at the moment. I think Klopp's probably had a word with Karius and gone, you're #1 now, it's yours to throw away, because Klopp brought him in to be his #1. Klopp rated him, you know, but he was shaky, had the injury and that, won it to begin with and stuff. It's been shaky, but he, you know, we've seen a progression, we've seen confidence, you know, raised and stuff now. So to be honest, Toby, I think Klopp's probably said to him, you know, if you carry on the way you are, you're #1. It's yours to throw away. So I don't think Klopp's going to go out there and spend 80 million on a goalkeeper. But if, like I say, if Mignolet chooses to leave in the summer, or if Liverpool choose to sell him, then you will see someone along the lines of a Butland, a Pope come in probably, you know, or Danny Ward get pushed to #2. What are your guys' views on that? I don't think it'd be a bad shout. I think Ward was unfairly treated by being kept back at Liverpool last year as a third choice. We got kicked out of the cups and then Ward didn't get a look in, and I think Ward is a quality goalkeeper. The Kilted says Danny Ward is very good keeper, see? Kilted saying it there. Mings will leave, yep. I think he should, to be honest. I think he'll suit a mid-table team or go to another league. He'd do well. I think he had his chance at Liverpool and he blew it, guys. Karius has shown in recent months that he can be a great goalkeeper. Yeah. Yeah, if he carries on the way he is, mate, there's no problem, is it? I'm a bit tired. See you in the next live stream, Dad. Take care, Fatal, mate. Thank you for joining me as always, you legend. Is Karius a world-class keeper, or is he being protected with Van Dijk in front? Kilted, this is the big question here, Kilted, because something that I honestly think is Karius has definitely progressed, right, and he's definitely more confident because he's making the odd saves and that, but something that we haven't seen from Karius yet is a game, I was saying it, like where you see the games on Match of the Day or whatever, where David De Gea has literally saved Man United's bacon all game. We haven't seen Karius have to do that for Liverpool. You know, he hasn't had to make like 10 or 5 to 10 worldy saves in a match or whatever. I haven't seen him literally pull off like 3-4 world-class saves in a match, you know, come out and catch a ball as well in the same match like 3 or 4 times, you know, be really dominant. I haven't seen him be really dominant and commanding in a game yet. So he's been better, but I haven't seen a game and been like, wow, Karius has arrived at Liverpool, people. I've seen the off-quality saves from him and been like, that's a quality save, like, fair play to him. But that is my sticking point with Karius, is haven't yet seen him, you know, make them games really stand out and be like, Karius was fantastic today. You know, I remember watching Pepe Reina in some games and be like, wow, what a bloody goalkeeper he is. I haven't said that about Karius yet in the Liverpool colours. I was very happy that we signed him because he was a quality keeper beforehand. I didn't know of him before. I think he will become good, Kilted, but at this moment I don't believe he is yet. Mikey says, Daz, have you gone off the idea of signing Fekir? No, Mikey. I haven't gone off the idea of it. I just haven't seen anything like really legitly that says to me that Liverpool are going to sign Fekir in the summer. I know you really wanted him. If it did ever happen, where would he fit in? I think, to be honest with you, I think Fekir would be like that sort of player, like the Coutinho that is that bit of magic that I said would be a luxury signing for Liverpool in the summer. He would be the player that I'd go after as that luxury signing. You know, we've got Naby Keita coming in, which can definitely open up teams, and I think will be someone that will really help Liverpool take the next step like Van Dijk has done defensively. I think Naby Keita will help us in that midfield area. I think Fekir would be that luxury player in midfield that gives you that bit of magic, that bit of spark, like Coutinho used to do, as much as we don't like to bring him up because he's obviously gone now. But let's face it, Coutinho had that bit of flair that, you know, he did something in a game and you was like, wow, like it made you jump out your seat and be like, wow, that was amazing. That's a Fekir sort of player, so he would fit in that sort of role. But, you know, I haven't seen anything recently to suggest that Liverpool are legitimately chasing Fekir in the summer. But we'll have to wait and see. I would absolutely love it if Liverpool did sign Fekir, because I think he's outstanding. And I think he's not at his best yet. I think if he moved to Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, I think he could really take him to that next step, you know. So Klopp, hey Daz mate, how are you? Hello sir mate, how are you tonight? I'm good buddy, I'm good. Happy to be back on my big channel, on my main channel mate. I'd prefer Jorginho to Neves, but I'd be happy with either of them. Yep, so what's your overall views on him mate? Obviously you've just come in. Obviously you say you prefer Jorginho, but like you say, you'd be happy with either of them. Is there a reason why you prefer Jorginho? Is it more experience or whatever, sir? Callan says not even Edson is at De Gea's level, and he won the Prem, so I'm not that concerned about having De Gea level keeper. Yep, we just need to sort out the rest of the positions on the team. Yep, you know, with the way Liverpool are playing now, that's what I'm saying. Karius hasn't had to have a game like that. So as long as that continues like that, then it's not a problem, like you say. We don't need a David De Gea. I think Man United, obviously, the reason David De Gea is like well known for being a quality goalkeeper is probably because United are a little bit shit, and they've needed him. Let's face it. I don't like calling them shit though, because they're still above us in the table, innit? But we all know we don't like Man U, do we? Right, the chat's just bounced on me again, guys. Let me get back to where I was. I want a keeper. That is a leader. Look at Van Dijk when he came in. Yep, straight away. He was bossing the players around. Yes. Yeah, I want someone who commands their area, Kilton. Someone who's a big presence in their box. Because Van Dijk is really good at commanding the players around him. And I don't want him to, get muddled. I don't want players to be like, who do I listen to, Van Dijk or the goalkeeper? But I want a keeper that, when it comes to the crosses and corners and stuff, I want to keep it that I feel comfortable, will come out and just catch it and be strong. That when they come out to get the ball, they won't get knocked over and fumble it. We've seen it too many times with Mignolet, and I still feel like Karius is a bit of a fumbler, but it hasn't recently. It hasn't been like it recently. Like I say, the shakes and the nerviness, it's kind of gone from his game in it, but. Let's just hope that it continues, guys. Let's hope it continues, because he's been doing well. I don't like to put him down because he has been doing well, but my point with it was he hasn't really had to do anything major, has he, guys? At the moment, he's pulled off some quality saves, but I think Liverpool have been that good defensively recently that he hasn't had to have a game where he's really had to prove his worth yet. So you'd stop Ox's progression and bench him if we got Fekir, says Mikey. I wouldn't want to stop Ox's progression, mate, no, but if you think about it, Mikey, if Liverpool are competing in all the cups, if we want to get back to the level that Liverpool should be at, that's competing for all the trophies in all the cups, Champions League, winning the Premier League, all the games and stuff, then I don't see why you can't have a Fekir and Ox in that team. You've got Grujic and that coming back, but their ages and that's where I'm saying that now you've got to look at, Liverpool need to start to make sure we've got the players that are at their prime and the quality players, and they start to knock the other players down as subs, and then the other players end up going down. That's how you improve a team. I mean, Ox is absolutely quality as well, but that's what I'm saying about Fekir's a luxury, but I can't see why you can't have a Fekir and Ox in your squad at the same time if you're competing on all fronts. You just look at like some of the big teams out there and like the players that they've got, you know what I mean? And it's unreal. I mean, you only have to look at I hate to say it, but like Chelsea and that, like at certain points, the amount of players that Chelsea had out on loan, but you look at the success that they've brought in, like how they've won the Premier Leagues and stuff with it. I don't want to be a buying team or anything like that. I don't want to be that way, but if you want to win things and you want to start winning all the trophies and that again, like how Liverpool used to, the worst part about it is money talks these days. So if you're going to go out there and try and win things, then you want to be going into the market buying a Fekir. You've got Ox now already in the team, but then it will halt the progression of the youngsters, like you say, I guess. But I think those days of being able to really bring up some of the youngsters or halting some of the progression, you will have a couple in there that you can still progress, and I personally hate that that's the way football's gone, but Liverpool aren't going to win all the major trophies and that because we can't compete with the other top teams, because they just go out there and buy all the top players, and they don't give a shit about the youngsters and progression, do they, in that sense? That's why players like Salah so-called Chelsea flops, or was, wouldn't they? You know, but it's a horrible thing, isn't it? That's the way football's gone, mate. To be fair, Luke says let Virgil nominate a keeper, and we should then sign that nomination. Luke, not a bad shout, that, mate. You know, I think Virgil, like, I'd just listen to Virgil on a lot of stuff. He seems to know his stuff, doesn't he, mate? How are you anyway, Luke, mate? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Thomas says, Daz, can you see my comments? I saw that one, mate, but I don't think I saw the ones before. The lineup tomorrow is Karius, Gomez, Virgil, Raggy, Moreno, Hendo, Millie, Genie, Mane, Salah and Ings. Confirmed. I have a source for anyone wondering how I know. What's your source, Thomas? Please tell me it's mayonnaise, because I love a bit of mayo. Thomas, message me later. Message me later. Inboxage me, Tom. Let me know. Callin, after all this discussion, I actually think that cover for Bobby, Mane and Salah is more important than buying a defensive midfielder. It's weird, isn't it, Callin? You start to get talking. That's why like these sort of live streams, the laid back ones where you talk amongst all Liverpool supporters, is good, because you start to realise like certain things like that. You're like, actually, I'm starting to think that maybe we need to sort out this. I do it all the time, Callum, mate. I like literally, I have something in my head, and then I come on a live stream with you lads, and then I'm like, maybe we should look at this player, or maybe we should forget about what I thought about that. You know, if we lose one of those, we drop off massively. Yeah. Corey says, I still think we need Alisson, in my opinion. Like when Matteo makes these silly mistakes, Alisson will be great. I would love to sign Alisson, Corey, mate. I would absolutely love to sign him. I just honestly, my honest opinion is that I don't think Liverpool will spend that sort of money on a goalkeeper now, because of Karius being number one, and the way it's gone now. And Roma are going to play hardball. They're going to want a lot of money for him. They've said it already, haven't they? So will Klopp be that desperate for a goalkeeper? I think he's content at the moment, but yeah, by all means, mate, if we had any say in it, I'd be exactly the same as you. I'd be like, I want Alisson or Oblak. I'd be like, give me the money, I'll personally go and pick him up, I'll bring him back to Liverpool, you know, we'll get him straight into the team, don't you worry about it. The Kilted says we need a better bench when it comes to the business end of the season. That's the thing, Kilted, that's exactly my point. This is where Liverpool, the consistency's not there, because we get the odd injuries. You know, if a player's level starts to drop, you know, Mane this year is actually on the bigger picture. I said it on the bench TV. I was saying that, you know, Mane, if you look at the bigger picture, hasn't actually had a bad season. He's actually been quite good. But a lot of us were saying what's going on with Mane at one point in the season, a dip in form and all that. You know, when Mane was having a dip in form, if you had cover for Mane of someone that's a quality player, like someone of Fekir's quality, I know, like, not that position or whatever, but I'm just saying, if you had a Fekir quality player to come on for Mane, you know, Mane's not doing great, so you bring on someone that's of the same quality as Mane, but they're dying to get on the pitch because it's their time to shine. You know, Mane might not have that dip because he's going to have a rocket up his arse, because he's going to be thinking, if I dip in form, man, if I don't pull myself out of this, that lad back there, he's absolutely dying to come on, and he's a well good footballer, because I see him in training every single day. So that's where you keep the consistency levels up in a team. And two, as well, you know what I mean? If that doesn't do the trick, you've still got a quality player to come on. That's why City and stuff, you know, City's absolutely blitzed the season this year, ain't they? And I hate it, because that's the way football is these days, and I don't like that, guys. I really don't. But you know, how long has it been since, you know, Liverpool have been consistently winning things? You know, it's been too long. It's been too long, and we still haven't won the Premier League title, have we? So we need to win that Premier League title. So money talks in that sense. We've got Klopp. We've got the right manager, in my opinion. We've got someone that I think Klopp can get the balance right. I think he knows that he's got to get, you know, a certain amount of quality players in there. He spent big on Van Dijk because he needed to. You know, Naby Keita, he got them too. But, you know, he's playing players like Trent and stuff as well. He wants to bring in Brewster up to the first team next year, if that's right. He's not going to go into the transfer market for that. So I think we've got the right manager for us, guys. A manager that's, you know, got a bit of that history in the old-fashioned way that he wants to bring up some of the homegrown talent and stuff, but also someone that knows that you have got to spend a bit of money here and there to get in someone that will definitely guarantee that you're getting a quality player as well. You know, like now, that's what it's about sometimes. Like Man City, sometimes they can have Aguero, Bernardo Silva, company, and Gundogan on the bench. Exactly, Mikey. Exactly. Kilty says we are not far away from challenging for the Premier League as well as the Champions League. Yeah, that's what I mean. Few key signings in it, Kilty. Few key signings, but you've got to have that strong bench as well. And then, you know, your youngsters that are progressing, you know, they will end up. You know, you have the strong starting 11, then you have a strong bench, and then you have the strong youngsters that are dying to finally break onto the bench or to break into the starting 11. So then when you've got your injuries or you've got your cup games, they get their shot. They're going to play their socks off because they know that they want their chance to play for Liverpool Football Club. That's where we've got to get back to, guys. That's the situation we need to create at Liverpool. You know, that's the way you end up competing on all fronts. You might win the odd trophy here and there, but if you want to compete on all fronts like we want Liverpool to do, you got to do it that way, I think. Anyway, these days. You never used to, but you have now. Colin, agree, we have been lucky with injuries on our front three. I don't believe we have cover for them if something happens to them. No, that's the thing, mate, isn't it? Corey says, like when Salah gets injured, we can't keep putting Ings in right wing. We need someone like Yarmolenko from Dortmund. Yeah, you imagine if Salah gets injured, you know, touch wood, it doesn't happen, but, you know, the amount of goals he scored this year, you take that away from Liverpool, damaging. I think if Firmino was injured this year, Salah wouldn't have been as free-flowing with his goals and that as well, because Firmino's instrumental. Mane, you know, a lot of the players, like I was saying, Virgil van Dijk, we need to make sure we've got quality players that can come in and do a job. If any of them get injured as well, guys. Salah was brought in to cover Mane if Mane got injured, because obviously the season before, Mane was our threat and we was without him, weren't we? And we had a dip when we was without Mane. So Salah got brought in as cover. Salah overtook Mane. So now we need to be like, right, who do we need to bring in to cover Salah, maybe, you know? Or do we use Mane as cover for Salah on the right wing, you know, and get a proper left winger in or something? I don't know, guys. Either way, we've got to find something to work, you know. I'm going to have to go in a minute, guys. I've just realised the time. My boy's in bed and that, so it's been an absolute pleasure, though, talking to you guys now. I don't care, just buy someone, says Callum. Hey, Daz won't be on for long because be winning the league tomorrow. If we win, can't be up too late. Okay, Michael, mate. Okay, Michael JT, I'm going anyway, buddy, but thank you for joining me anyway, buddy. Good luck for tomorrow then, mate. Hopefully, all the best, mate. Oh, dear. I'm going to be going live tomorrow for the game, guys, for anyone that's just joined. Obviously, 12:30 kickoff. I'll be going live from about 12 o'clock, hopefully. We'll have a little timer up when the game starts as well, and all that malarkey. Get you guys involved, and yeah, it should be quality, eh? I'll be sitting there watching a game and that, talking to you lot. Hello again, boys, says Leon. Hello, Leon. Did I sound okay? And what did everyone think? Yeah, what did everyone think of Leon? I thought you sounded alright, mate. From my end, you know what I mean? Like, I think something that you guys have got to remember, like, when you come on and that, don't worry about how you sounded, you know what I mean? Like, you sound fine. All you got to do is just remember, just stay true to what you think about Liverpool, because you can't be wrong. It's just your honest opinion, you know what I mean? And yeah, don't worry about your voices and stuff, because I sound like an absolute pleb on YouTube, I think anyway. I always say to my missus, I'm like, and I always think I look like a div as well. Like, I come on, I'm like, what's going on? Leon, you sounded fine, mate. Yeah, I thought so as well, Corey, mate. I sounded like a gimp. Nah, I'm sure you was alright, Leon, mate. I'll watch it back later and just have a look. And phone died. Oh, right. Calin, Jorginho, Leon. So Klopp says Neves is definitely one for the future. He will be unreal. Yeah, I think he's going to be a quality player one day. Nabby freaking voice to text crap. Right. That's it. I'm down the bottom there, lads. Sorry if I missed anyone's important comments. Obviously, there was a lot of you guys commenting on that tonight, and it was quite hard to keep up with. And I'm hot, and I'm going to get my head down so that I can be fully revitalised for tomorrow's big game. Damarin says, you never walk alone, you never walk alone. Damarin, mate, thank you for commenting on the stream today, fella. Thank you for watching. And for the rest of you, thank you for joining me. You're all legends. Thank you for giving me your opinions as well on the subjects. Obviously, if you did end up watching this back, if you wasn't live and you watched the whole thing, you're an absolute legend for doing so. And yeah, let me know your views in the comments down below on what you made of everything that me and my subscribers were talking about today. I think that was everything I wanted to cover, guys. I think that was it. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I don't think there was anything important that I had to say other than that, guys. Obviously, on this one, I just have to make sure sometimes, because sometimes I come off the live stream and I'm like, oh, mate, I should have said that. Do you know what I mean? Corey says, bye, mate. Goodbye, mate. Take care, Corey, mate. Thank you for joining me. Kilted. Leon said something here, but... And I was nervous talking to someone I like kind of look up to, in a way, someone who is very nice. Oh, shit, scared and cheers, Sir Klopp, bro. Oh yeah, Daz, you know, I said my mum's cancer is gone, it's popped up again. She said, oh no, Leon, man, I'm so sorry to hear that. I've just seen that, man. I didn't see it. I'm so sorry. Leon, mate, message me. Message me. We'll have a little talk ski, mate, if you want. I'm so sorry to hear that, buddy. So sorry. But yeah, feel free to message me if you want, Leon, mate. I'm really, really sorry to hear that. But you know where I am. Just drop me an inbox, mate, and we will talk, alright? I'll be on tomorrow, by the way. Okay, Corey, mate, that'd be sweet, mate. I'll see you tomorrow. Callum says, good luck tomorrow, Leon. All the best, and cheers as I'm off to bed, lads. Take care, Callum, mate. Speak to you later, lads. Right, that is it. I'm done. If you're a Liverpool supporter and you obviously enjoy watching content like this, then make sure to hit the subscribe button now. Smash a thumbs up if any of you guys are watching at the moment and you haven't yet. Thumbity thumbs. Yes, hopefully we do sign someone decent for the holding midfield, guys, in the summer. It would be nice, wouldn't it? Because I think we need that position. I'm pretty sure we're going to sign a few people, I think, this summer. Take care, guys. Thank you for joining me. You're all legends. I've been on the bench, LFC. You've all been legends. See you in the next one, guys. Take care.